All right, what's up, guys? So we are currently 23 days out, I believe, from something, whatever I decide to do, whatever ends up happening, and everything seems to be going pretty good. I ended up hitting a PR today, so that's pretty awesome. 315 for 4 at RP 7.5, arguably maybe 8, something like that. So that's pretty awesome. As far as everything looking how it is for the meet, I feel pretty comfortable. As far as like with my strength, for squats and deadlifts, the only thing that concerns me for squats is my ankle and knee mobility and strength, which obviously has always been a problem. But my goal is to solve that during the off season by doing some different work. I need to figure out what I'm going to actually do for that. Speaking of off season, my plan. So if I decide to, I already kind of went over this a little bit in my other video. I think it was my last video. And I basically, what my plan is if I end up doing the meet, if I actually end up peaking for the meet, then my off season will be shifted forward 2 weeks, like I was planning already. If it's not, then I'll start 2 weeks earlier, basically. And what that will consist of is I'll probably end up being able to have a volume of about 15 sets for my workouts every day. Well, not every day, but you know what I mean. Every session, I'll be able to have 15 sets total, which is really good. I'm gonna focus more on gaining a decent amount of size, but I also want to stay at my same weight. Maybe go up a pound or two, but not anything crazy. I'm just trying to get leaner and bigger. That's what ended up happening during this current program, I guess you'd call it. I started at 190, just like 190, and I'm 194 now, and I feel like I look leaner, but it's hard to tell, obviously, because that's not really objective. But what is objective is that I only gained, but I gained 4 pounds, 5 pounds, which I've done before, but the amount of strength that I've gained while gaining those pounds is like unmatched of anything I've done before. So that's objectively good. So that's my goal. I want to be able to put on a couple pounds, but like not quickly, so I know it's actually muscle. And I want to be able to put a lot of, obviously, strength. I want to put a lot of numbers on my lifts. My goal for the end of the year, I want to say like the end of 2025, not this year. The end of 2025, my goal is to hit a 405 squat, which is definitely very doable. I might even try and aim for like a 450 squat, and 315 bench, which is obviously a big one. So we'll see. I think I can do it. I think if I actually put the work in, I think I can definitely do that. And then as far as deadlift, I don't really have any crazy goals. Honestly, just 405 would be awesome. That'd make me very happy. But yeah, because deadlifts has always been kind of a weird thing for me. Anyways, I haven't actually talked about the workout today. So basically, for the first set, I'm doing a pyramid, which I don't usually do, but I decided to today just because why not? So for the first set, I did 295, then I bumped it to 305. Then this right here is 310. Then I'll go for 315, and I'll do 2 back off sets. I did 310. Yeah, 310, and then I bumped it all the way down to 295 because I was just feeling really fatigued. And you can kind of tell, but yeah. But overall, I feel like my squat form has definitely gotten a lot better. It feels like sometimes I can just squat better than like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy because I feel like I've gotten stronger, but also just my technique has like really helped me lock in everything. So it's like helped me even more. I say that as I hit the rack on this turn. But yeah. But yeah, as far as that time, I'm really comfortable with that. And I'm trying to think of what else I was going to talk about for the off season. I've already said 15 sets. I'm going to put on like 2 pounds. Yeah, because I want to stay in the 90 kg weight class under 198 pounds. So I don't really want to go over that because I don't want to have to deal with water cutting or any of that stuff because obviously I didn't actually do it, but I was going to do it with MMA and like I looked into all that stuff and it's just not the greatest, honestly. If I end up becoming like some crazy world class powerlifter, then yeah, I'm gonna end up doing that. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Or I guess we will see. But I don't really want to have to deal with that. So I'm just not gonna try and deal with that right now. My goal is to just basically add probably 200 or 300 more calories onto my maintenance, which is what I've been doing, which has worked really well. I went from 90 pounds to 95, 190 pounds to 195 pounds. So yeah, and that was like the best way I think I've gradually progressed, because previously it's been like a super drastic thing. Like, I don't really have a good experience with bulking and cutting, because when I first started working out, it was like I bulked up technically because I just started working out and I gained like a decent amount of muscle and strength, and I was trying to like shove as much protein as I could into my gullet, so things worked out in that manner, and I wasn't like overeating. I don't feel like, so I didn't, and I also was hitting puberty at the time, so at that time I was fine. But then afterwards, there would be like stages on and off where I wouldn't work out as much. I wouldn't be on my diet as much. I wouldn't actually be dieting. Half the time I'd just be trying to get as many proteins as I could in my body. So yeah, so I ended up gaining a lot of fat, and you can actually see my first couple videos on this channel when I was originally doing just bodybuilding. I was significantly higher in body fat, like you can tell. And then this past summer, oh, by the way, here's a deficit deadlift 295. I totally didn't realize that I wasn't wearing a belt. So I was midway through the set and I was like, something feels kind of off. And I was like, oh, I don't have a belt on. And this is kind of, honestly, I'm going to call this a PR, because I haven't done deficit deadlift with that much, first of all. And second of all, without a belt, I haven't hit anything over 240 because I've been scared to. Or 245, something like that. Because, like, the last time I tried to do something like that without a belt, I ended up straining my back. And that was like 2 years ago. And that's why I didn't deadlift until like a couple months ago for the first time when I started this whole program. So that's pretty cool that I didn't use a belt. And here I'm using a belt again, because your boy's fatigued and your boy needs some intra-abdominal pressure. Anyways, as I was saying earlier, this past summer I kind of did a cut. I'd say I lost 20 pounds, but it wasn't like totally intentional. It was more or less just I did a lot of MMA, not that much strength training or bodybuilding, I guess, because it was so hard to do. I tried doing it, but it was like the amount of energy I had to expend through the day. It was like I was eating so much, but then I was like developing an eating disorder at that point, because I was like doing 2-day fasts, like 48-hour fast. And it's just like, because I really wanted to get down like super, super low body fat so I could do MMA and compete in that, and not be going up against guys that are like 6 foot tall and I'm like 5'5", and we're the same weight. So that was my goal. But now I decided to fully focus on powerlifting, so I'm not worrying about that. And yeah, so I lost like 20 pounds. I went from over 200 to 180, which is really good, because it got me a good starting basis. Because once I started actually doing the powerlifting again for this program, I was like 185, 187, and then that was like kind of my normal weight when I went back to maintenance calories. And then when I started bulking again, kind of just eating a lot of protein for this program, I went up to 190, and then eventually worked my way up to 194. So my goal is, if I don't have to end up doing this meet in a couple weeks, I'll do the one in February, and I want to compete to where I'm consistently weighing in at like at 196 and a half, something like that. So that's my goal. So yeah, but everything seems to be going pretty well. I feel pretty knocked out today from the deadlifts and everything, but hopefully the weekend will be recovered and everything will be good. I am going to go watch the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, so I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day.